welcome to Movie Bitches, RuPaul's Drag Race Season 9 finale! You know, I will say something seemed more grand about this, but also less grand.
Yep. Well, it was more immediate.
Yes.
And yet less happened.
Yes.
Like a lot less happened.
Yes, and it was less grand because there was less like interaction with other queens. You know, normally it's like, oh, and so-and-so's here,
yeah,
and so-and-so's here.
Pork chop.
Yeah.
Well, like right out of the gate, I gotta say, where were all the drag queens in the audience?
Hey, pork chop.
By the way,
in case you didn't notice, I look like a crazy clown. I was channeling Aja. But then I was also channeling Valentina and Aja because I stoned these myself. First things first, shout out to our wine sponsor, Wink. Try wink.com/moviebitches. You get $20 off your first month of wine.
Oh, yeah.
We're almost to 20,000. We have like 700 to go, so please help us get there. Subscribe. Tell everyone else to subscribe. Please support our Patreon. We're over $1,000 a month. We're almost to 1,500, which means we'll do the Silly Onesie episode. It'll be really fun and great.
Maybe we should do like a Twitter poll for which movie we should review in the onesie.
Yes. Also, if there's anything that would be more of an incentive than seeing me in a onesie, if there's something you guys would rather have as a goal or have as another goal, 2,500 or whatever, let us know, and that can be the next thing.
You better be careful what you're putting out there.
Potentially. If we get to like 10,000 a month, I will do an episode like Freddie Prinze Jr. in She's All That, where I just have a soccer ball in the chair for the whole review. I'll do it.
Wow, you didn't consult me with this. I'm going to be in the room too.
You're going to catch the ball at the end. Didn't you watch the movie?
We need to get you a dance belt.
Yes. So, should we talk about it?
Can we talk about the stage?
Yes.
So I loved it.
I did too.
Everyone walks out of this huge room house.
It was weird to me that like all of the queens from the season come out and then are never like seen or heard from again.
Yeah, well, you see them
in the audience.
But barely.
Yeah, like you see some Aja reactions and that's about it.
You'd think that like they would give them, like it would be like, you know, the Miss America pageant when they walk down, oh, Miss Connecticut, my hobbies are croquet and cooking pies, or whatever the fuck it needs to be.
Right.
You'd think they would have given them an opportunity for each of them to like write a line. So James comes down first in this very slinky, curvy, white Marilyn Monroe, Jane Mansfield, you know, her
thing. Yep.
I did love that she didn't really utilize it, but she had this stole that was like a puppet.
Yes.
But she didn't.
It was like a fox puppet.
It looked like, you know, it was like Madeline Kahn in Young Frankenstein. Like it was gonna, you know, like Marty Feldman was gonna just like eat it or something. But it had a cute little face, and I was just surprised she didn't at least
have a bit.
Wah!
Yeah, like it wasn't as crazy about the like white tummy cutout. It looked like a little bit like
Care Bear?
Yeah, like a Care Bear. You know, it was like, and here's where my tummy. It's like lighter colored or something. It was like, what's this?
Rub my tummy.
Yeah, exactly. Press here. But I thought this was one of her better looks that we've seen her.
Yeah, and I liked her makeup. I thought she looked really pretty.
I thought so too.
I liked it a lot. Her wig was great.
Yes. No mustache this time.
No mustache.
So maybe she commented that it was John Waters, and I didn't know if she meant the outfit
or the
mustache.
I hope she meant the mustache.
I do too.
So then, Kimora Black
my God.
comes down the runway looking the best she's ever looked.
This outfit was fabulous. She had more highlighter than Pheromone in every episode combined.
It was very like showgirls goddess, you know, it was all this like jeweled over a nude stocking.
Yep. Well,
with like a feather duster bottom.
I saw this and I was just like, God damn it. Where was Kimora for the Kardashian musical challenge?
Totally.
Her cuckoo. She looked like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, oh, she totally did. Like Kim at the trashy Met Ball.
Totally.
At the Vegas Met Ball.
Yeah.
I wish Vegas would have their own Met Ball.
I think that's a good idea.
I'm okay with it.
So then next, Charlie Hides. In case you forgot her name, she's wearing it again.
Why does she keep labeling herself? I mean, I guess it's like branding, but it's weird because it's Charlie.
Yeah.
Like it's not, you know, like Alaska or something weird where you're like, oh, okay.
This look was not great.
She's wearing blue fucking hair.
I was gonna say, it looked like Elvira fell into the cotton candy machine at a carnival.
It's like Katy Perry doing Elvira.
Sure. Like,
It just really dresses down things.
Yep.
It's very MTV Movie Awards.
Yeah,
you know,
like real
instead of
cheap
like
looking.
the Grammys or whatever.
Whatever.
Not
Yeah.
that the Grammys are like that classy, but you know what I mean?
I
like
do.
it takes it from fashion to like Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. And
Yeah.
You're like, nah.
Yeah. No. So this was just kind of whatever for me.
Yeah.
Like some of the queens for this finale really gave me wow looks, where I was like, oh shit, that's better than anything you did all season times 5,
Yeah,
right?
and it's something like new.
New,
different.
exactly. That's a different look for you.
This
and
was
this
like,
is just like,
oh,
oh,
yeah.
that's nice, Charlie.
So next down the
Oh
runway
my gosh.
was Eureka. I wasn't mad about this.
I wasn't mad about it.
It was a statement.
It was definitely a statement.
And she turned that corner and I was like, oh! And then
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is like Darian Lake's elephant look turned up to 11. It's huge babar headdress with a crown. She was like, oh, I'm wearing this crown.
This was giving me some Moulin Rouge realness.
She had a clutch that just had a hashtag on it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that. My best guess was hashtag purse first.
But she didn't
But that's
even
not
really
hers.
like sell it.
No.
Purse.
But also,
Hashtag
like,
purse?
That's Bob's thing. So like,
Right, why are you doing that?
yeah.
Elephant.
Hashtag elephant mask? But then like, I don't know.
So next down the runway, in the biggest surprise of the night,
Absolutely.
I mean, other than something we'll talk about, Cynthia Lee Fontaine comes down the runway
Yeah.
and looks fucking fabulous.
Fabulous.
Better than she has ever looked. She's
Most
got this
improved.
real cartoon, watery hair thing going on.
Yeah.
And this slinky yellow beaded dress. She looked fabulous. She looked like a
Fabulous.
cartoon.
So the next down the runway, Jimmy, Aja!
Jimmy, 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 aja, aja, aja. Jimmy, aja.
I thought she looked very beautiful.
I liked
Her
this a
face
lot.
was really good.
It wasn't like unexpected.
No, and it wasn't
was-
like firing on all cylinders.
It wasn't just like bow down to the queen. It was
No.
very like, this is a very fabulous look for Aja. She had this big sort of ruffled layered matador bolero thing.
Yeah.
It too was sort of cartoony. It was like very anime in some ways.
Yeah, a little bit.
Really, really blonde
Like
wig.
piss blonde.
It was a bit piss blonde.
Yeah,
Although, what kind of piss? What are you drinking?
that's fair.
It was
That's
like,
a good question.
I just took a lot of vitamins.
There you go.
Piss blonde.
Yeah. Gross.
Next on the runway, Pheromone, looking like Archangel stripper, just.
She came out and I just was gagged. I'm here for Farrah.
I'm so here for Farrah. I like every drag queen. Anyone that's a drag queen, I like you. You're a fabulous drag queen. You're doing it.
Yeah.
You're doing drag.
Yeah.
And guess what?
That's
I
true.
love it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have things I like aesthetically more or whatever, or
Right.
just opinions.
Yeah.
Like, you already are great.
Totally.
You're a drag queen.
Totally.
I'm a fucking drag queen!
Bam!
She looked like she was from Asgard.
You were like some She-Ra,
It's like armored breastplate, like a Victoria's Secret angel, but like,
Yeah.
I'll fuck you up, angel.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was funny, like when she walked, it was real tick-tocky, like a grandfather clocky. It was real, just.
Tick-tocky grandfather clocky. Oh boy.
I just made it up.
Oh yeah, really?
Oh no, that's a thing that people say. What's that?
It was like a little bit of the return of accordion boob, but not as much. Because obviously it wasn't the boobs. It was
There's
just
a
like,
metronome.
It was like, yes, so there you go.
Metronome boobs.
Metronome corset.
She looked gorgeous.
She really did.
This white hair.
It was just very like ethereal. I don't know. But like then also like metallic warrior woman.
Yes. She was kind of coming from Cunt Island a bit.
I was just about to say, it was giving me like some Wonder Woman.
Like fabulous Cunt Island.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Cunt Island. This is gonna sound weird, but it's gonna make sense.
Okay.
Can there be like a man cave on Cunt Island where we just like keep all of the hot men's? But like,
Sure.
Like they're like
Sure.
not chained captive because that's like I'm
Too
not
much.
Bryan
Too much.
Singer, but
Right.
um
Allegedly.
So then next down the runway, you're
Yes.
perfect, you're beautiful. She looked gorgeous and polished as always.
I mean, it was like literally the Audrey Hepburn dress from Sabrina. It was like a different color, you know? It was like had a blue and this iridescent jewels. I mean, it was gorgeous.
It was gorgeous. This just for me was very same typical. Like, I was like, oh, this is Valentina.
This is more my aesthetic, so I was
Sure.
like, not like gagged, but I was like, yeah, you look perfect.
I
Like,
mean-
for you, for not winning, for like, this is my consolation prize, I'm just Miss Congeniality. I was like, yeah,
Fan favorite.
you nailed it. Fan favorite. Fan favorite.
I did like someone else had posted and said that there was something like the idea that, and maybe a drag queen, I guess, had come up with this idea, that the queens, and someone added then maybe the crew as well, should vote for Miss Congeniality.
Yeah.
And then the fans can vote for fan favorite. And I'm here for that.
And they can both have $5,000. Who
Exactly.
cares? Come on.
Some sponsor will
Come on,
sponsor
logo.
that. Yeah.
Or wow.
Whoever.
Whoever gives them the money. So then next down the runway, Nina Bonita Brown Lee Curtis comes down the runway looking fucking flawless.
So gorgeous.
This was like-
and like
Unexpected,
Yep.
different, beautiful, gorgeous. Like,
it was exactly
gagged.
what I wanted, because we've
Yeah.
seen her do such crazy cool makeup,
Mhm.
and yet she was also just like, oh, by the way, I can look just as gorgeous and flawless in
Yeah,
this
like, oh,
fabulous
I
ball
can
gown
look
as the rest of
fucking
them.
gorgeous anytime I want.
Yeah.
I choose to do crazy, fabulous makeup.
Exactly.
No, she had this T-length ball gown on. It was also very sort of Audrey Hepburn-ish. She just looked gorgeous.
So then next down the runway, Princess #Subway Fish herself, Alexis Michelle. She,
Miss Princess, #Subway Fish, Alexis Michelle.
okay, so this was kind of like some like Maleficent.
Yes, it had a Wicked Queen.
Yeah,
This was just so expected for me.
a little bit.
It was like her Meet the Queens look, but in a different color.
This was perfectly fine.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Just, you know,
I just feel like you
expected.
can go to New York and find a dozen people doing.
Shade. Nobody can do Alexis Michelle
Shut-
Princess Subway Fish like Alexis Michelle Subway Fish Princess #. Nobody.
Also,
feel like
so she
I
had like
always-
this
yeah.
weird, like gritted teeth grin, but then she like gets down to the end of the runway and you just see like the full crazy like star fame hungry like person come out.
Yes.
She's just living for the applause, but not in like a Gaga like maybe she's a fairy. And
You
she
mean like Tinkerbell?
yeah, and she like
just
needs
needs
everyone to
applause
clap for like to
For
live.
her light to keep going
Yeah,
on.
was that what that song is about? I live for the applause. Because if not,
Ooh.
those need to get matched up immediately.
Dramatic nightclub.
I live for the applause, applause, applause. I live for the applause, applause.
So, peppermint as a literal peppermint.
It was more like a spearmint pinwheel. It
Yeah.
was like those candies you get at the restaurants
Yep.
that you never really want.
She looks like the White Queen meets an after dinner mint.
She did have a Queen of Hearts
Yes, the Queen of
with
Hearts.
these collars.
Yeah, this was a weird choice. The thing for me was that it was so similar to her club kid look, just like in green.
It seemed clear that like she was like, oh, everyone loved that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll like do something like that.
And it was like, oh.
It
no.
wasn't as good.
No.
The fabric was too thick, and then having two big like there was a
Yeah,
collar
and a
one.
peplum thing or whatever.
So next on the runway, Sasha Velour in this like Elizabethan collared sort of like Elizabeth I, the bald drag queen. This was so big, it did seem like there would be something underneath.
Sure.
Maybe weird makeup.
Different than what she just always does.
Yes.
Or even like a blue lip or a,
Something.
I don't know.
Ooh, you know, I like the idea of a blue lip.
Yeah, like her same glittery, fabulous,
Yeah,
perfect
but in that
lip, but like in that.
royal blue. You know what? That would have been great. But this was very good.
It was very
very
good.
fabulous, and I really, really liked it.
I did too. So the next, Shea Coulee. Oh, this was
Oh.
great too.
She looked
Gorgeous.
gorgeous.
This glittery.
black velvet silver appliqued rose overskirt with matching like cigarette pants. And her hair was very like the wedding in Coming to America, just like that big old...
Those earrings, though, I didn't love.
The earrings clashed.
They looked a little cheap, like iridescent plastic.
So then last on the runway, well, almost last.
Well, right.
The mother comes last. Trinity Taylor, looking really good.
I thought she looked great. I really liked this.
She is wearing, a vomit green dress, but it kind of worked somehow.
Oh, it totally worked for me.
Yeah, it was like vomit green and navy highlights.
Yeah.
With like a sort of a bug thing going on. Her waist looked snatched. Like
Yes.
the way that the pattern slash the corset all fit together, I was like, damn, girl.
Yes. It was kind of like a scarab or something.
I do kind of wish that when she had turned around, like her ass was just out.
Oh my god.
Sort of like Detox, with that.
Not on the finale runway.
Why not? Just like, oops. Little copper tone moment.
So then, these silly, fabulous, pretty hot bodyguard dancers
they were like
come out.
Secret Service, like slutty tuxedo dancers.
But like with just underwear and like a garter belt.
It was very silly.
It was very silly.
This finale was more gay than the season.
Yeah.
A
which
lot of
thank
it.
God, but like.
I loved it.
Yeah.
But I was just like, yes, this is happening. I wish that they had almost played it up more. Really sell the Secret Service.
Yes, I
And
agree.
then that would have been kind of funny.
I agree.
And then they could have played Hail to the Chief as Ru walks down the runway.
But also the album is called American.
That's what I'm saying. It would have been a fabulous idea.
And she could have had some like fabulous red, white, and blue dress on. Crazy.
Just the first bar, and then it would have been like, drop the beat.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah.
And like all the silly
And
like,
like,
Secret
a
Service
rainbow-
guys are like doing
A rainbow flag drops,
Yes.
and then Ru comes out, and it's just revealed, and you're like, yes. Love it. Love it.
I'm obsessed with this. So Ru doesn't do that though.
No, she comes out looking gorgeous.
Yes.
Her face, her hair, everything was really, really gorgeous. She looked like life-size Barbie.
Yeah.
Like oh, in this pink and gold sort of thing with this bow, this unfinished bow.
I was just like,
That
tie the
wasn't-
bow.
That wasn't tied on one
The
side.
bunny goes through the loop.
It was very gorgeous, but
It was.
the half bow bothered me.
Bothered me the entire episode.
Uh-huh.
The other thing that I kind of wish is just that Ru would do more costume changes for these.
Ooh, I think she's over it.
I think so, but, like-
I would be down for like multiple costume changes.
Right?
When she comes out, she is living every moment.
Oh, yes.
Bow down to me, my subjects. It was very good. And then they cut to Gay Babadook.
Oh my god, yeah, Gay Babadook.
So then Ru announces again, but I guess to the audience it was for the first time, that they're going
right.
to have to do a sudden death lip sync, and everyone
Oh
in the
my God.
audience is just like, oh my god,
It was pretty
they're
great.
losing their minds.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yep.
And she basically says in no uncertain terms that the lip sync sucked this season, and
Yeah.
this is a result.
Valentina, I'm looking at you.
Now, I'm not mad about this idea.
Sure.
I think this would be better if it was the second to last episode. And this decides who's in the top two and who goes to the finale. I wouldn't necessarily be mad at that. Somebody had mentioned, like, doing a Project Runway-esque thing.
I did love that.
Where they have time to prepare a show. They split the queens up from the season, right? And they have to prepare one long thing with half the queens. And the other person does the other half. And then they have to do a solo number that they also prepare. So it could be totally like lip synca, like mashed up. You know, they could do whatever the fuck they wanted. I'm so here for this.
So here for
That
that.
would be amazing.
Oh, that would be so
like,
great.
oh, you have a month.
Well,
She's
and-
like, here's some money, choreograph, do the outfits, like, delegate, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yes. So then would Michelle, like, go visit them?
Yes.
Love it.
Absolutely. Tim Gunn style.
Yes!
Oh my god, it's so nice to meet your mom. Still doing the drama-filled
Reunion.
reunion the week after.
After.
When you've already crowned somebody.
But how do you crown someone without it leaking?
Who cares? I don't care. I don't look at the spoilers. Fuck it.
Well, the thing is that it leaks anyway.
It leaks anyway.
Everyone knew that Sasha won. Everyone was commenting and whatever. So it's like, who cares at this point? Reddit's gonna post it regardless.
I'd rather have a genuine reaction than I'm pretending that I won. And oh, maybe I get spoiled, maybe I don't. That is an idea that I could get behind. Because then they get to really show their fucking creativity, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
Yeah.
They have to plan it. They have to do this, do
they
that.
Have to lead her to the direct and yep.
And then there could be drama because they could show footage of them.
Sure.
Whatever it needs to be.
Because they have a day to rehearse or whatever with all the queens there.
Here for it.
Here for it.
So they do have a sit down and chat with each of the top four.
Yes.
With Rue. Peppermint comes out. She asks everyone who's here with you tonight or whatever. And she says her mom and her friend Trace Lissette from Transparent.
Rue was like, oh, Peppermint, people have been calling you this season's lip sync assassin.
Oh, right.
And I'm like, but it was only 2.
Well, it was only because she used the shotgun that one time. I think that was
Oh,
why.
is that why?
That's why she was like, just tell me where
to point.
aim.
Yeah.
It was weird.
No. So we get to our first video message. Now, I'm going to say this now because I think that it will possibly change our conversation for everything.
Okay.
Sasha Velour said on her Twitter that they actually didn't have the video of Katy Perry during the filming. But I think that might be the case for all of them.
They were all awkward.
They were all awkward, but I think that they were all awkward in part because they were like, and now we have a cutaway from so-and-so. Please react. And they're like, oh, yes.
Okay, now give us a laugh.
Exactly.
Okay, now give us a oh. They were all weird. To a certain extent.
To a certain extent. Not as weird as Sasha's, but
Rue says, oh, we have an old friend of yours, Laverne Cox. And she gave the most eloquent.
I love you, Peppermint. I love you, Drag Race. Shantae, you will always stay.
So then Rue goes, have you talked to our cameraman, Sarge? She really psyched me out when she was like, yeah, well, Sarge was on a different job, so shucks, I thought they were going to do a video message. They could have done a video message to Sarge. But then she's like, but we have Wintermint. And I was like, you mean Sergeant Peppermint? Because that should have been what his name was, Sergeant Peppermint?
Yeah.
And he comes out and it's fucking fabulous. And
so
Sarge
it's 100% Sergeant Peppermint for season 10.
Sarge for season 10.
Yeah.
I am here for it.
100%. Plus, would he be the first straight contestant?
Yeah.
Which would be kind of cool.
I mean,
that we know of, right? Because
right.
I've been pretty sure.
Nobody's ever been like, oh, I'm straight.
Right.
I mean, he stole the scene again.
Oh, yep.
From Peppermint.
Yep. Sorry, Peppermint.
Peppermint should have worn your lashes.
Oh, these green. I mean,
these
are terrible, but
They've been awful. But something.
Sure.
So next up, Sasha Velour. Rue kind of prompts her and says something like, oh, you taught all the kids about the gay history and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, they say that if you look into a mirror and talk about sad things, I appear behind you to give you a queer history lecture.
I wish she had kind of been like, Sasha Velour, Sasha Velour, Sasha Velour, like a Bloody Mary thing. Just Sasha was fun this episode.
Yeah.
She was sort of joking around.
She still takes herself a little too seriously for me.
She does.
But she was still having fun.
So then Sasha gets her video message from Katy Perry. Now, my first thought was, why is Miley Cyrus here?
Because
Katy, like Miley Cyrus,
who looks like Christina Aguilera.
Right.
It's just like this.
Yes.
It's the same book of this is what you do.
And now
you
I've
have
got a short...
an innocent phase, then you have a slutty phase, then you have a cultural appropriation phase, and then it's just come on, you guys.
Now time for the androgyny phase. The pixie cut, cool girl phase. Why is Katy Perry assigned to Sasha?
I have no idea. I guess it's because Katy Perry is real into drag queens right now. I don't know.
But didn't you see, wasn't there a picture of Miley Cyrus, I forget why, with a drag con or something, walking past Sasha?
Oh, yes!
She was like, ah!
No, it was them somewhere. It was at Pride. It was at Pride.
Yeah, she was just like, ah! I don't know.
Fair. I don't know.
I mean, I guess Katy Perry had just done that SNL thing with all those drag queens. So like,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. She's
but
the
like,
real
why
drag queen.
Sasha? It just seemed odd.
It did seem odd.
It was like, well, we can get Katy Perry.
And then it seemed even more odd by like apparently the thing that she never saw the videos. So
Right,
that it
so
was
her
like,
reaction was like, oh, great. I love it. Oh, yay.
oh, okay.
Okay, bye. Like, she didn't get her assignment in on time.
Right.
She missed the deadline.
Yeah, deadline missed.
I just want to say hello and that I love you and thank God for you.
And then she says, you know, they say, okay, who's with you?
Papa Velour!
Papa Velour, who looks somewhat like a Smurf.
Like a little bit though.
Just
I thought of you.
Really, really cute little like toadstool, you know. Oh, yeah, so cute. And her boyfriend is there. And then Ru asks, you know, if your mom was here, what would she say? And Sasha was like,
She'd say, too much.
I'm gonna make a joke, and then I'm gonna say no, but seriously, she'd be really proud of me.
exactly. It was a great response.
It was a very pageanty response. She took notes from Trinity.
Yeah, she did.
So then Shea Coulee.
Right out of the gate, Ru was like, well, you had some tragedy this year.
Do you mind talking a little bit about that?
And she clearly did not want to talk about it. I mean, she was like, oh, God. Geez, okay, emotions. Like, it was like, I felt really bad for her.
I did too. Well, because this seemed like it was pretty raw.
She announces that, like, 2 days before, the day before, the cast was announced, her dad died.
Right.
And then a month later, her sister died. I mean, it was just like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
So,
That was really sad.
did that need to be brought up?
I didn't think so.
It didn't feel like Shea necessarily really wanted to talk about it.
Not
And then
really.
it kind of felt like she was disconnected the rest of the episode. I'm going to be honest.
Maybe a little.
know?
That's kind of fair.
And I don't know if that's why, but she certainly didn't feel as, like, present.
Right. But so then they ask Shea who's with her.
Right.
And her mom.
Your mother is a minister.
Yes, I mean, she's a reverend now. She done come up.
Oh, Reverend Coulee? I
Loved
guess. It was so good.
It's like, yeah, it's Reverend Coulee.
And she was fabulous.
Yeah.
And then they transitioned to, well, and you were really great playing Black China. I was like, oh, this is awkward.
Yeah.
But then they cut to Nina like,
And right.
When you took the character of Black China,
I should have played Black China.
I should have been Black China. And then they cut to I think, a possibly more awkward by virtue of it just being longer than the Katy Perry one video
was-
from Black China.
Now, make sure you go out there and get that crown. All right, I love you. All right, I'm out.
I was like, wait, did we change the channel? Are we on a back episode of MTV Cribs? Why is she sitting in front of this like brand new Ferrari with the tags in the window?
So then last, for the
Interview
portion, Trinity Taylor, who I love that Ru just starts right away. She goes,
when you started the season, your approval ratings were low, but you turned things around.
she really, really improved.
Yeah.
And she says, basically, I have resting bitch face, and if you don't know my sense of humor, she's like, you have to get to know me to like me.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well,
yeah.
that was like that funny episode of Untucked where she's like, bitch, I have 50 cc's of Botox. Like, of course I come off as a stone cold cunt.
Right.
My much older sister, Ginger.
Her sister was fabulous.
Fabulous. Who's here?
What?
Oh, I'm sorry, you were talking about me?
Talking about me? In a very slutty outfit
Yes.
that I approved of.
Yes. And then her sugar daddy. I've never had a sugar daddy. I don't know who said sugar daddy. I don't know what. That's all it made me think of.
Bitch!
Yeah. If you are excited about season 3, like we are, then make sure to subscribe because that's gonna be really fun. And that moment will take up a good amount of wine.
Oh my god.
My my new boyfriend, Leo.
And then they cut to him and I was like, sugar daddy?
Right? More like boy toy, it seemed. Like,
It seemed more like boy toy.
but maybe he's got money. I don't know.
Or something. He had something. Because he seemed like a creep.
Had you seen Trinity on TV before?
Yes, I did.
And did you think, I'm gonna get some of that?
And I sure did.
He must have a big dick.
She's a size queen.
Yeah. Good job.
Nailed it.
Look at you.
I don't think it's gonna last.
No.
I'm gonna say it.
No.
Because then Ru says,
Your tuck got a lot of attention this season, especially from the gorgeous Chris Pine and the boys at Saturday Night Live.
and she's like, oh my God, Chris Pine, call me. I'm sorry, Leo, call me.
Sorry, Leo.
I want to climb him like a tree, like a pine tree. Love it. So good.
Shut
So
up.
good. You didn't get that?
No, I didn't. I don't think that was the joke.
That was totally the joke.
I just wanted to drop to my knees and climb him like a tree.
I don't think so. I think you just went there.
Then
I
I
don't-
made that joke and I like it.
I mean, that is a dad joke, but I love it.
Yeah, I mean, like a slutty, sexy gay dad joke.
Yes. A daddy joke?
It's dirty, but also cheesy.
Exactly.
I was like, oh, so Chris Pine was like definitely gonna be her video message to be like, hey Trinity.
I would have loved that.
Call me, girl.
Right.
Whatever. Like he seems up.
He
for
seems
it.
like he would be, but
I guess he was too busy.
maybe.
But instead they get Bobby Moynihan, who I do love
Yes,
from SNL. He was
totally.
really fun.
Those pageant bitches gotta stick together. Don't fuck it up. Death drop.
So if you haven't watched it, we did go live. I was a drunk mess. I did warn you. I said I was gonna get drunk, and I got drunk.
Oh, you got so drunk.
I was a mess. No regrets. Oh my gosh. Were you there when we came up with Glacial Blue?
As a drag name?
Yes. It's great.
Can we pronounce it like Bear Grylls? Glacier Blue.
The world beyond my glacier dungeon is tantalizingly close.
Glacier.
Glacier
It does
Blue.
make it seem much more. It's like Jaguar. You know,
Yes,
like much
Glacier.
fancier. No, it's Glacier Blue. No, it's Glacier.
So we'll try and do more every now and then.
Next time we're in a completely empty movie theater watching something,
I think it's gonna happen.
I think we're gonna go live.
Yeah. So quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the lip syncs.
And some more looks.
Yeah, and more looks.
And some results.
Yes.
And all of it.
And the crowning.
For some reason, every time somebody says that, I think of birth. So, the top four have changed
Yes.
into their lip sync round one looks.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Ross gives some explanation about
The winners of those two lip syncs will then go head to head in the final lip sync for the crown. I'm so excited. I'm gonna need to change.
a tournament. The
and
way
it has
that
a bad piss himself joke. It was stupid.
I was like, we know how a tournament works.
Right?
Like, come on.
Why do we need this whole
We've all
like?
seen Bring It On. Like, come on. It's okay. But yes, they've all changed into their lip sync looks.
Yes.
Some of them are great. Some of them aren't. Peppermint looks like Galactic Xena, and it wasn't cute.
I said Peppermint looked like a purple gladiator, like in the Supremes. I was just like, what's going on here?
Like that season of American Gladiators when the Supremes were on.
No. But if it did, terrible. Great.
Next up, Sasha Velour
Yes.
in this sort of like almost watercolored, vintage looking pink and orange dress with these like fringe tassels and cheetah heels.
Those heels.
She looked like, Bernadette Peters if she got a perm and then a blowout. Bernadette Peters does Sweet Charity or something.
This look, for some reason, kind of reminded me of like if Valentina was doing Aja's Princess Disaster look.
It did look like Aja's crazy wig had fallen.
Yeah,
because it was like so wide and like
But
fat.
like into the way that Valentina does her hair. It's like, right? Like I could see Valentina wearing this wig, but then it also looked like Aja.
But like, would Valentina wear this wig and then just come out in a diaper and smile?
I love it.
And Shay, in this like Janet Jackson fantasy.
Yep.
It was like a Brigitte Nielsen in Galaxis, I didn't like that it was just her boy chest. Somehow in her first look, it seemed like she hadn't changed anything. Like she hadn't contoured for her black velvet look, but the way that, I don't know, like the neckline, it worked. And in this, it was lower, so you could really see her pecs.
Yeah.
Well, also, she was wearing the same wig as she wore for the Rainbow Challenge.
Right.
That was really bizarre. It wasn't even dyed a different color. Maybe
yeah.
it was black or something. It would have been kind of, wow.
I mean, I thought she was still...
Jada Pinkett Smith, you know, like real dark black short.
I thought about it and I was like, oh, I kind of wish this is what Peppermint had done for her Village People leather look.
Oh.
Like, this is like a leather look.
Like a high fashion leather denim.
Exactly.
And you could put the stupid hat on, whatever.
Sure.
And then take it off.
Exactly. And throw it off and then you have the fabulous wig underneath or whatever. Like a short wig, right?
I couldn't believe she was wearing a wig we'd already seen for the finale.
For the finale.
I found that shocking.
A little bit.
I just, maybe she'd spiked it even. Something.
Ooh.
It was literally the same. So then, Trinity Taylor. I mean, this looked like she was ready to perform at Vegas. Like, she looked like Tina Turner's coming out next. She's gonna slay the house down and just like those gams and like, yes.
At first, for whatever reason, the second time watching it, I like looked at her and I was like, why is Tatiana here?
Yeah, I really like this.
I mean,
the most expensive.
Yes.
By far.
Yes, and it was very Trinity.
Yes, but not tacky.
No.
She really like found a way to just turn the tack down.
My God, when you compare this to her Meet the Queen look.
It's night and day.
Like, what the fuck? Like, that's a different queen.
So then Ru brings out this silly wheel with all their names on it, which I really thought was going to come into play more.
I did too.
So she spins the wheel, it lands on Trinity. Ru says, Trinity, you get to pick who you... This might have been the biggest gasp of the night.
You get to choose who you will lip sync against.
And this is where I disagree. I think that they should have spun it again and really just left it to chance.
Yeah.
Because, first of all, then like, why should Trinity get the advantage of picking who she went against? Obviously, not that it mattered for her. And then like the same thing with the song.
You're gonna bother to have this wheel made.
Right.
To spin it once.
Right?
I don't know. It seems silly.
It did seem silly. And then why not have like another wheel with like the songs?
Peppermint.
The picker comes out.
Right.
In like iridescent sparkling Speedos. And I was like, yeah, where were they all season?
Where were they all season?
So Peppermint gets to pick between
the box.
Two boxes. Like, it was so unbalanced.
It just didn't...
But like, Trinity has an actual choice.
Right.
Peppermint has a random chance choice.
Yeah.
Like, I don't that one, sure. Whatever. Like, she should have been able to pick the song. Because that's an actual choice.
Yeah. Also because it seemed like she was disappointed
that she got
stronger because she seemed like she was more ready for Whitney.
It's annoying to think about the possibilities of them doing different songs with different people.
Yes.
Not because I think it would have necessarily changed the results, but just it would have been fun to see them.
Absolutely.
So they lip sync. They're both doing fine. Like everyone at this point is a great lip syncer. Trinity comes right out of the gate, balls to the wall, full bore.
Yeah.
Peppermint hangs back and bides her time, which is what she has done in the past.
Yep.
Trinity does this quick change to reveal her front G-string.
Yep.
Which was fabulous. Her talk was insane.
Yes.
And it's
especially because then later on you see like her full body. It's just
I mean, well, so this was definitely like not necessarily who is lip syncing for their life better, but who pulled the best stunts.
A little bit.
It's sort of what it
a little
became,
bit,
right?
Although I will say, okay, so the first time we watched it, I was like, Trinity ran away with this. She was giving it to me the whole time, and I was just like living for it and whatever.
Yeah.
Upon second viewing, I will say Peppermint is really good with that slow burn, right? That like rising, where it's just like, oh, I'm gonna like give it, just like,
I'm gonna let you tire yourself out.
Yeah.
You know, the tortoise in the hare.
Yeah, exactly.
Her gimmick, if you will, because you gotta get a gimmick. You gotta have a gimmick if you wanna get it made. Anyway, her big reveal was taking an ugly dress and revealing an even uglier dress.
Well, and that was my problem.
Changed into a better wig.
She turned into Nene Leakes.
Nene Leakes appeared on stage. She needs to just wear short hair.
She really should.
She looked fabulous in the short hair. The wig was fabulous.
Yeah.
I still think Trinity won.
It was much closer in second viewing, but I think personally, given the performance through the season, the performance in the show, and their outfits in this episode,
Trinity won.
Trinity should have won. That's not what happened. So anyway, so Ru picks Peppermint, and then she says, Trinity, I'm sorry, it's not your time. And I took that as because you're going to win All Stars 3.
Well, I don't know about
win, but like...
I think not winning might,
at this point,
in some ways, be better because you can be on All Stars.
I mean, I think the runaway winners of this season, in terms of like a fan career perspective, Trinity
and
Valentina. After seeing Sasha's final performance,
right,
I kind of doubt that Trinity would have pulled out all the stops that Sasha did.
Right.
To necessarily win.
I still would have preferred to see a Trinity
Sasha
lip sync.
I agree. I think it could have,
and it would have been even more dramatic.
Yes.
And then I would have actually cared about the second half of this finale.
Absolutely. So then Sasha and Shea lip sync. We finally get the Sasha Shea lip sync, but it was not as like, I mean, it was no Rujubi lip sync, you know?
Oh, no. I'm telling you, Shea wasn't fully present.
I don't think so.
They lip synced to So Emotional by Whitney Houston.
Yep.
And Shea seemingly didn't have any sort of shenanigans.
She didn't have any shenanigans. She was just here to lip sync.
She was here to lip sync. I think it was a mistake that her lipstick was almost exactly the same color as her skin tone.
I agree.
And so it was like, you know, you want your lips is the point, right?
Yeah.
And Sasha's got these jeweled, you know, not literally, but just like red glittering lips or whatever. So that was one thing. Sasha starts
with the
pulling, very gypsy-like, starts pulling, you just show him your shoulder, pulling one glove finger off at a time.
No, the rose first.
Oh, that's right. Well, she's holding a rose.
Yes, and then she just tears it.
In a he loves me not angry Lifetime kind of way. Lifetime movie.
So emotional.
I might murder you kind of way. And then throughout the song pulls off her gloves and just right at the good hits of Whitney going, I mean, it was amazing.
It was really great. It was a fun reveal.
This is what she does best.
Yes. Her crazy face and just like
rose petals.
I mean,
and
that
just
was
with her. I mean, it was good.
It was great.
It was really good.
Yeah.
And Shea was there. Like,
and Shea was just doing a regular lip sync.
Yeah, and it wasn't like a pull all the stops out.
No.
Maybe Shea doesn't have that in her.
Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she didn't. Maybe that's her other lip sync was kind of lackluster. It was perfectly lovely for a lip sync, but like
fuck ass.
No, it wasn't like memorable.
No.
In the past, during the reunion, and we forgot to do it because this reunion was before the finale, not after, and whatever. But like, we've done top 3 lip syncs of the season. And they were all so bad that I don't really have any, except for Nina and Aja.
Yeah.
And I guess Sasha's from this.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
So there you go. Top 3 lip syncs.
Can I tell you what Sasha had prepared if...
Oh, yes.
So Sasha has said, if she had gotten the Britney Spears song Stronger, she said, I had a pair of scissors strapped to my thigh, and I was gonna cut that wig until I was bald. Just like going fucking nuts, like cutting up her wig.
Oh my god, I love it.
Fucking cut this wig off!
That'd be crazy. She came prepared. Her outfits were impeccably fit. Everything was thought out, prepared. There was a thought process and a plan for every
possibility.
Exactly. It was like, I'm gonna win this, and this is how I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And none of the other queens really seemed to necessarily do that. They were like, I'm fabulous.
Not to that
extent. I can
extent.
do this, but not to the same extent. So Sasha wins.
Sasha wins.
So then Bob comes out to...
The reigning queen, Bob the drag queen, comes out in this sort of traditional African garb. She looked like Maya Angelou or something.
She looked really fabulous, I thought. This was one of the best looks that I've seen Bob in.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Hand over the crown.
I'd like to keep it on, please.
So then the queens, okay, so Peppermint and Sasha come through the audience.
Yes. These are their final lip sync looks. I kind of wish they had still given Shea and Trinity the opportunity to like at least show us what their final lip sync looks would have been. Because like, and you go sit in the audience, but you get to change into your fabulous outfit. I don't know.
I mean, they were probably like, fuck that, I'm done.
I want to see all the outfits that I can.
Yes, I want to see all of the possibilities.
All of them. But anyway, so they come out. Peppermint is wearing, she's dressed like a feathered jellyfish. I mean,
talk about Rogan Boganfish.
Oh my god! I mean, there was there were jewels and then the feathers, but it was all tacky, tacky.
Oh my god!
And she was wearing the same wig.
Sasha does have an advantage there,
right? That she's just like, I'm the bald queen, so it's like, oh well, you couldn't. Well, you were bald again, but you can't be like wearing that same wig.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way that she can get crowned in this outfit.
That was then at the moment when I was like,
oh.
No, what?
Yeah.
Trinity needs to be up here.
Exactly. And then here she is across the aisle from this amazing, incredibly different look for Sasha, where you're just like, yes, queen, fuck that pencil skirt. Here's a totally different look.
This like white, sort of like Alexander McQueen inspired spiked, it was like a breathing apparatus on this like alien eggshell.
Yeah.
Like, yes, to all of this.
Yes.
Just walking down that runway. I just realized, like, I'm glad she didn't trip.
I was kind of hoping she would trip a little bit. Feel me?
I mean, this was a showstopper.
Absolutely.
And it made me, like, by comparison, like, literally they got up on stage and I was like, this is literally absurd.
Yeah.
Like, I just, what?
Also, Sasha's was kind of giving me some like Mad Max Fury Road meets like Final Fantasy.
This is what I wanted from her all season. Like, I know these are her showstoppers,
sure,
right? But like, this is what, like, oh, this is what everyone's been talking about. You know what I mean? And people have said to us, oh, you shouldn't judge the queens just based on their performance on the show. But like, that's the show, and so it's like, well, I mean, that's literally the point. So anyway, they have to lip sync to "It's Not Right, But It's Okay," which was sort of appropriate at the moment.
Right?
Like, okay, I'm mad about this decision, but it's okay.
I mean, this is a great song. I love that Ru picked like her favorite lip sync songs, and I'm like, yes.
I mean, it was
Is Stronger one of her favorite lip sync songs?
It was odd that it was like 2 Whitney songs and a break. Like, just make it 3 Whitney songs then.
Sure.
It seemed
or something
like a theme night. Okay,
yes.
So it's all these great Whitney ballads.
That's true.
Sure.
Great.
I don't know. It seemed odd.
I believe the children are our future.
Oh my gosh, right?
Ru is like, so it's time for you to lip sync, and then she like seats herself in this like special viewing area.
Off,
yes, right. Like, don't touch her.
Yeah, like there was like a space between her and the people. I wish it was like a throne though. Oh my god. If it had just been, or a giant shoe, like in Priscilla with the big shoe, and she just was like, and this is my throne. Anyway, so they have to lip sync. It was fabulous. Peppermint was there.
Peppermint was performing very well. They edited it, and probably righteously so. They
righteously?
Rightfully. Righteously.
God told them to.
Rightfully so. They focused on Sasha because she was, so at first she has the whole full thing, and you're just like, is she just pulling a Valentina? Like, what's happening?
A Valentina Reed, right? I mean, that's what was happening. So then she takes it off, and it's just her lips, and she's like, look at this, bitch. I mean, it was like that Coco moment where she's just like,
and you're just like, is she only gonna keep that on this whole time?
Right? And I was kind of
crazy.
At first, I was like, I'm okay with this. Like, if she just lip syncs,
because she was doing it, and you could see her lips.
Like, I was like,
I mean, especially because it's then the opposite of Valentina, right? Where it's like, this is lipstick for your life.
Yeah, we need to see your lips. We don't need to see anything else. Oh, okay. So,
but she did it for just the right amount of time.
Oh yeah, well that's what she picked the right moment to birth herself from this alien eggshell.
I mean,
she put on a show.
She put on a show, and I was totally here for it.
And Peppermint was there the whole time. I kept thinking, I wish Juju was doing all 3 of these lip syncs. Oh my god, I fucking love Juju.
Juju doing Whitney.
Oh my god. Latrice doing Whitney. I mean, she would take us to church, and I would be here for it.
God, I would
be amazing.
Yes.
Sasha.
She slayed it.
She absolutely slayed it. And like, no doy, Ru was like, and Sasha, you're the winner.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Yeah. And Bob comes out with the crown, and then they never crown her. Like,
and I was just like, you guys, I don't understand. She has worn crowns more times than any other queen. Any season combined.
Bob's back there like, okay, so I'll just be holding this then. Great.
Yeah. Should I keep it?
Did they think it like wouldn't stay because it was like hard? She'd have to like do that awkward I'm holding it thing. Now, if Papa Velour had been wearing a felt crown,
why wasn't he?
I am here for that. And the boyfriend.
Yes, they were both wearing like those silly Jughead crowns.
I people were saying Trinity got 4th. Technically, Shay and her are tied for third, fourth.
Yeah.
Because it just happened that she went first.
That's true. Tied for third.
Ooh, and then they get to do a lip sync.
For what? I don't know.
For third. Lip sync for third. Not mad.
So there you go.
That's the finale.
Sasha Velour is the reigning queen of RuPaul's Drag Race.
I think she'll be a great representative.
I hope so.
I don't foresee.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't see, like, what the fuck did Bob do?
No
Not
idea.
to take anything away from him.
What the fuck did Violet do? What did any of them really do? I don't know.
I don't.
That I don't know.
No.
Other than Tyra, what did they really do? Or she just pissed everybody off?
Oh. Well, and she raised her child. I thought it was what you were going for.
Oh, no.
With the money that she, she only won like $5,000, but.
Oh, the money. I wasn't really thinking about the money.
Bianca maybe made a movie. I don't think she paid for that movie at all.
You don't put your own money into the show.
So, a few last things.
Yes.
Please subscribe. We're gonna do season 3 soon.
Ish.
We need a minute.
I need a minute.
We have a lot of movies to catch up on. There's a lot of shitty movies coming out because it's the summer. So we're gonna be busy. A shout out to Rick Draws Things for these fabulous shirts. And he also made a really fun Sasha's a Witch shirt inspired by our conversations.
Oh my god, if she had found some performance art way of like setting herself on fire, I kind of wouldn't have been mad about it.
She still can. She has $100,000 to figure it out.
That's true. Pyrotechnics.
Yes! More pyrotechnics.
And here's my pyrotechnics budget.
That's in the rider.
Yes.
We gotta get Absolute back.
Right. Well, thank you guys for joining us for this season.
I just want to like take a moment because this has been so much fun.
Yeah.
And it's fun having, like, we have so many more people that have like joined us on this journey. So like, cheers to you guys.
Keep sending us comments. And
yes.
Sending us fan art.
Mail or fan art.
I'm serious. I really, really like the fan art. Cheers.
Thanks, cunts.
Thanks, cunts.
Hey, kitty girl. It's your world.
I'm still stuck on, you gotta get it, gimme, if you wanna get it, man.